Are you not entertained? That's a good segue because, yeah, I am. Does it mean I love this movie? Not necessarily, but I was entertained. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here, and that movie is Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 is the sequel to the movie Gladiator, almost 25 years later, following 2000's Gladiator. It is directed by Ridley Scott, once again, who directed the original film, and has also directed, several films, including very recent films like last year's Napoleon, The Last Duel, and House of Gucci, which we all have reviews for also here on this channel, Blade Runner, what have you, Alien. So now we have this. We have Gladiator 2. And what is it about? Well, the film is set 16 years after the events of Gladiator. And that young boy, played by Spencer Treat Clark in the first film, Lucius, who is the son of Maximus, who of course passed away at the end of the first film, played in that film by Russell Crowe, has now grown up. He was exiled away from his mother, played by once again by Connie Nielsen, and has gone off and taken on a new identity. He's played now by Paul Mescal, who is great as always, and he is, he's on a slave ship. He's fighting various enemies when the seemingly crooked general, played by Pedro Pascal, and his army come and take the life of his beloved wife. He wants vengeance, and that vengeance, while in the gladiatorial training grounds, soon catches the eye of not only the twin emperors, played by Joseph Quinn and Fred Heckinger, I believe, from Thelma, catches their attention, also catches the attention of a power-seeking, sort of would-be, just a power-seeking individual played with delicious relish by Denzel Washington. And he trains him to, quote-unquote, be his instrument. And very, very soon, but he turns out to have other double dealings. And very soon, he has to face his destiny, get his revenge, and also maybe, take over the Roman, and bring about the fall of the Roman Empire. You know how it goes. There's also weird hybrid rabid baboons and sharks. And, yeah, there's a lot of epic battles. And, yeah. This is the story. Let the mayhem begin. So Gladiator 2, here's the thing. The first Gladiator, I'm going to give you guys some full disclosure, and it's going to be a bit of a hot take. I really liked Gladiator, but I didn't love Gladiator, the first one. I understand what it was doing. I thought it did a good job with that, but I felt like with Gladiator, as a experience, as a machine that creates spectacle, the first Gladiator worked. It was an entertaining sort of A-level B movie. It had a very good sweep to it. It was exciting. It was intense. The action sequences were amazing, but there wasn't a lot that I didn't get the emotional component that a lot of people did from Gladiator. And so with that being said, I enjoyed Gladiator, and I was looking forward to the sequel, but I also was kind of like, I don't need this personally. I don't have the attachment that some people do to the first one. But you know what? I'm cautiously optimistic. It was a good time, and it'll be an excuse to go to an IMAX theater and see Ridley Scott's signature battle sequences, because he's always good at those. I kind of had the same reaction to Gladiator 2. I liked it a lot. I thought the action sequences were good. I thought some of the characters were cool. I liked the two sort of bitchy, almost kind of gay-coded, Caligula-esque twin emperors who clearly are either suffered from leprosy or some kind of... They kind of allude to the fact that it might be syphilis, maybe, because they're pale and blotchy and just kind of grotesque looking. But they're fun. Paul Mescal is good in his sort of stoic role. Connie Nielsen, always a welcome sight. The best thing in this movie, though, that is not the battle sequences, quite frankly, is Denzel Washington. He's fantastic in this. He brings a lot to this movie that otherwise I don't think is on the page. I think he brings a lot of... He's getting rumblings of Best Supporting Actor consideration. I would not be opposed to that. I think he genuinely is really good here. But... am I gonna... There are some people who are declaring Gladiator 2, like, Best Picture worthy. Slow the fuck down. Like, okay, let me put it this way. I don't think... It's going to be on some best of lists. A lot of people really love this movie. Some people really don't like Gladiator 2. I'm kind of in between. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. But similar to how I liked the first one, as a spectacle machine. One thing that can't be denied is that Ridley Scott, when that whole slogan about, are you not entertained? Absolutely, because Ridley Scott, it's never boring, because Ridley Scott is so good at visualizing those battles and making them feel really, weighted. And there are some moments that really work. There's one scene in particular involving Paul Mescal's character finally sort of making his sort of mic drop moment to the people in the Colosseum after a pretty tragic event occurs. That was well done, and I thought that was well handled, about like how they're being subjugated and trying to wake up the populace. And that was a really good scene. But it's just, I never felt dramatically compelled by the actual character stuff in Gladiator 2. And it's kind of the same way it was with Gladiator 1, where it's like, I see what you're trying to do. You really want me to really get emotional with this. I feel, I can't describe it. I understand that some people are emotionally connected to it. And for that, all power to you. Like, you got something out of it that I didn't. No shame. But I just felt at a distance. And I kind of felt that way with this too. It's like, just amazing. Like, there's no raw emotional component in the way that, like, say, Ridley Scott's The Last Duel or Blade Runner had, where I really was as emotionally engaged as engaged as I was on the epicness of the battle and stuff. I didn't really feel the emotional weight of the rest of this movie. Also, I think that even though it's about the same as the first one, at 2.5 hours, it is a little bit long, especially in the middle. I feel like in the middle, there's like a large chunk of the movie where a lot of stuff is happening, and yet I don't feel like a lot of stuff needed to be there. It felt like you could cut about 10 minutes out of the middle of this movie. That being said, it sounds like I'm really down on it. I'm still going to go kind of high on Gladiator 2, because I think as a experience, oh yeah, you should totally see this movie. You should see it on the biggest, loudest screen you can find. I'm just not gonna be as nuts about it as some people are, in the same way I wasn't with the first one, and that's fine. But yeah, Gladiator 2, I'm not gonna go all the way, but I'll go pretty far. I'm gonna give Gladiator 2 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think that if you're gonna pick between the two movies that are really the big movies this weekend, Wicked, I would pick over this, but I still think, yeah, as a movie in and of itself, as a experience, an action film, you should check out Gladiator 2. It's a really solid, entertaining movie, even if I don't think it amounts to as much as some people do. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Gladiator 2, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. Talked about it. Looks good. I have not seen the first one, so I probably need to watch the first one before we inevitably see the second one. September 5th, we saw it. We reviewed it. It's great. Go check it out. Better Man, talked about it. Looks good. Sinners, talked about it. Looks good. Wolfman, talked about it. Looks good. Kraven the Hunter, Red Band trailer, talked about it. Looks good. Captain America Brave New World, this was the new trailer. Looks really good. And then Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Looks awesome. And then, was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back tomorrow for reviews for Blitz, as well as Out of My Mind. Saturday, we'll have reviews for The Piano Lesson and Spellbound. Monday is Dear Santa. Tuesday is Watchmen Chapter 2. We also have coming up next week Moana 2, Nutcrackers, Sweethearts, and Beatles 64. So that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, Class of Smiths. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything at either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, What did you think of Gladiator 2? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Maybe mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.